This is Alex's 3D model so far. I just duplicated the view so we could see everything that's been modeled in geometry. So I'm going to start a new file with a simpler template. The construction template creates all these many unnecessary layers. I think we could simplify. So, because you got a really good set of base AutoCAD drawings, you want to leverage those. So I'm going to start a new project. Do you want to see this? Alright, so I'm going to start a new project with an architecture template. And what I've done, I'm going straight to an elevation view because there are an existing strong set of AutoCAD elevations. I created a separate drawing with copying just the elevations. And now in Revit Architecture, what I will do is in an elevation view, import a link to those CAD drawings. So I'm going to select, instead of auto positioning, a manual positioning by the center of the drawing, so that now I'm in an elevation view, and I take the elevations only drawing and I can place it directly in an elevation view. So let's say level 1, I'm going to sort of try to line up level 1 with level 1. I can do this afterwards. But this allows me to now quickly select level 2 and place it approximately where I think level 2 is, create a new elevation, create similar, and say let's draw level 3 where we think level 3 is, draw level 4 where we think level 4 is, and finally the roof. Again, you can position these afterwards. So we know this building to be about 50 feet tall. This is correct. That's about the elevation from level 1 to level 2. And if we need a basement, we can add it. So I'll add an elevation below all this, and just call it level B. I'm going to rename it level, just so that it sorts correctly, level 0B. And that'll be my basement level. So now I'm going to take Alex's model, select it all, copy it to the clipboard, and go back to this new drawing that I've created, and say edit, paste. I'm going to just paste selected levels, align to selected levels, and let's just select level 1 and see what happens there. So all the geometry that's created is going to be pasted with respect to level 1. Right? So there's your model so far. Because it included the basement, we're going to have to take all this geometry and move it down to level B. So I can use the move tool. Click on the move tool. Click on the starting point. Oh, it's not going to let me go downwards. Okay, so in the next lesson, we'll just take all that geometry and move it downwards. Okay, so what I've done so far is placed the elevation drawing, which I excerpted from Alex's AutoCAD, this drawing, placed it in an elevation view. If I go to the elevation view, in order to set my levels, right? So so I just drew on top of it to set my levels. Then I copied and pasted the geometry, this 3D geometry, directly from the model. Now it's one level higher than it needs to be. So basically I'm going to take everything level by level and just move it to where it belongs. I'll do one or two representative things and then right. So there's a floor that's on level 1. I'm going to move it to level 0B because that's where it belongs. I'm going to, let's see, go to a left view here in the 3D model. Select everything. Let's see, that's all this stuff. Well, let's do the walls first. That selects those 3 walls, move them down to level 0B up to level 1. Oh, okay, so the windows didn't get cut out. Same deal here. Level 0B up to level 1. Might be easier just to, you know, it's almost like it might be easier just to start over. Anyway, a little at a time I'm taking all this geometry and moving it down one level. Okay, finally, so having done all this, that is, placed the CAD excerpt at elevation where it belongs in, and drawn my levels accordingly, I copied all the geometry to the clipboard that was previously modeled, which starts with basement, back to this drawing, and now I'm going to paste a line to selected level. I'm going to paste it to level 0B. So now everything starts at the correct level, everything else gets adjusted. Top constraints, base constraints gets adjusted to the levels they belong on. And that's a pretty simple matter that the student can finish herself.